Welcome to part 2 of the video whereby we would be covering about the CFA study material. Chartered Financial Analyst. It's a wrong definition. Certified Financial Analyst. Page number 7 on this video, on this course material which is provided by the CFA, available on sale at Amazon. When you compute the value of a bond today, you are the most idiotic person in the world. I repeat, most idiotic person in the world if you're not taking the impact of credit risk. We are in 2022 January. The world saw Evergrande. There are many companies in India that defaulted. Many utilities in London, England, defaulted. Many companies in United States, which are known as the corporate default, they did defaulted. So whether this is India, whether this is United States, whether this is London, or whether this is any other country, the defaults are there. You check this on the Google. It is on the Google. It is not something I'm telling you that, this is a very confidential news that which is only available to me. Not at all. This news is on the Google. The only thing you need to learn about this news. So how could you print a material wherein you are calculating the present value of the bond without taking the impact of credit risk? Don't we aware about the defaults of United States? Don't we aware about what had happened in 2008? Don't we aware about the Lehman Brothers, the MIRR, Citibank share price reached at $1? What had happened to Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, Morgan Stanley, and many top banks, American Insurance Group AIG in 2008? Don't we know that in 2008 what had happened in Singapore? How many companies defaulted in Asia or the Asia Pacific region? If we are saying that we printed this data in 2022 as per the material provided by Amazon, then we need to learn that I'm talking about 2008. And Evergrande is not 2008, it's 2021 story. So it's completely missed. So somebody who is taking a CFA course, he is learning this is how the present value is computing without knowing the impact of credit risk. And he believed he achieved the universe. The reality is he achieved nothing. This is how it works. Let it be honest. Another stupidity is the fixed income instrument are of two types. Number one, they are front tested. Number two, they are back tested. Now, what the hell is that? Let's take a trading desk of big banks like Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, Citi, Wells Fargo, UBS, Morgan Stanley, all these big boys. They take extensive positions in the bond, rather treasuries. Now, by treasuries, I mean they take a position in the US Treasury, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year, 5 year, 10 year, till 30 years. I'm not saying that they are not taking position in the corporate bonds. They do take position in the corporate bonds, but treasury market, they are highly dominated. And they go with the way markets are going. because even though they are market makers, but still, and sometimes they take the spreads also, which is 2s 5s, buying 2 selling 5, or counter selling 2 buying 5, 5s 10s, like this spreads which they are taking. And these all desks which I'm talking it about, like whether this is Goldman, JP, Citi, Morgan Stanley, they are front desk. Front desk means that today they have a treasury bond they bought at 110, assuming 10-year, and now they wanted to quit, and assuming the market rate is 115, assuming yields fallen, they quit, make some money, which is called profit. But did the price which is actually coming at the screen, whether this is Reuters or Bloomberg, this price is actually coming from the market sources? You may have enough stupidity by computing the present value of the bond, by computing the present value of the coupon, and so on and so forth. But this enough stupidity is more than enough when you're not taking the market screens. Goldman is not the only authority in the bond. So would JP Morgan, so would Morgan Stanley, so would UBS, so would Deutsche, so would Citi, so would Wells Fargo, so would ANZ, Westpac, National Australian Bank, and many more banks. They are dependent on the market price. So, how would you compute the present value of the bond thinking you only need that value? In this course, when it comes to bond pricing, it is back tested, which means that I have made my mind very clearly. And what the hell is that? I am going to be pricing the bond by hook or by crook that I want this value. I want this value. So, whatever the discount rate is coming, this is correct. Go to hell the market forces, go to hell the credit risk, go to hell the Reuters, Bloomberg, and all. I have a bond. I am going to be discounting it with this rate. No Reuters, no Bloomberg, no credit risk, nothing. And they call this as fixed income. Congratulations. So, tomorrow, if I'm asking anyone that, any CFA candidate to whom I interview, and I simply ask, in a fixed income market, now whether this is UST, United States Treasuries, or whether this is in India, or whether this is anywhere, what is back tested and front tested, I'm definitely sure he would be or she would be looking at me like, what he's talking, because this was not taught to me. This is certified financial analyst. Certified financial analyst. See you in part 3.